All right. John McCaig here. Jesus Christ, trust on it. Um, Still in India, and it's late at night here, 10:30, and usually I'm doing videos at 5:30 a.m. or 10:30 p.m. That's the schedule over here. It's not the same as in America. J Baba, DD. All right. Um, Dee Dee's moving along these days, as far as getting her work done. So good. Working on a testimonial. Thank you for that. Um, I, the name of this video is "Backstabbers," and the alternate name is "Say No to No." I'll tell you, India is just the same as America. It's just mind-boggling. Um, I'm in the Chennai area, so that is East Coast. Um, and it's a big city. You can't help anyone without sharing proof. Yeah, that's true. No one can though. It's not you. It's not your condition, DD. It's everyone's condition. That's everyone's condition. That's true. Because then we're just talking, and I think this, and so on, and that doesn't really help anyone because it's the proof of because we're talking about breaking, as what is Mayor Baba said, the perfect masters come to break the patterns. Okay. And so in order to break the pattern of what everyone else is doing, you have to prove miracles. And you can't even just do it once. Hey, look at this miracle with proof. Everyone's like, yeah, once. It's like, uh it's the I don't know what it is. It really, the human condition is like has an error code. Um we're here in Chennai because 24 years ago I was in Chennai and I got a nadi reading, NAADI. And the concept of the nadis here in India is that there are 10,000 nadis on the body. Um, like acupuncturist says, "Oh, let me check your acupuncture point." Well, there are 10,000 points on the body, and that's how Sridhar plays music. It's naughty music. You play to the points on the body that emit and receive energy, and how we feel from the world, how we feel putting out, and how we feel putting in. So the nadis, a nadi reading is something that happens here. Um, the concept is this saint stood on one leg and prayed to Lord Shiva, "Can you please give me everyone's future?" And so God, God, not Shiva, God delivered on these palm leaves, right, that are cut off at the end. So it's like, kind of old and gray, like little used, I guess they're kind of flat uh, shape, and they're in between little pieces of wood. And they have this tiny writing on them in Sanskrit. And so I got years ago when I come here the first time, and they had the same reading on these little pieces of paper, basically these tiny, long, super narrow, very thin uh, pieces of paper that are supposed to be parts of a palm leaf. Like the center point cut out, and it has this just impossibly thin script on it, and the naughty readers. I got mine translated from that and put it in writing and into these little paper booklets that I left with. Now it's the next generation, and they're just completely sloppy. That you don't leave with anything written. You need a translator on the phone. One's not there. and they don't bother to write it down while you're there. And we'll get it to you in email eventually, if they ever do. It's kind of, India is really an embarrassment in almost every way. It really is. If you're a guest somewhere, everybody treats you, like if you're paying in a hotel or something, and it's a good hotel, you get treated very well, pretty much. But then you got to kind of raise your voice, and the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and then you get maybe taken care of properly. Uh, but generally, the attention to detail here is just unbelievably horrible. And pretty much all, like, the human condition here is it's really brutal in India. And everybody's just like, it's India, you know. Well, it's just part of the world like another part of the world, but people are accepting of just, like the next generation. And one generation, went from this information delivered to God, that you get something in writing, to now it's just this sloppy, uh, you know, kind of be able to tell you some things about this naughty reading, and maybe we'll get it to you in writing. And, it's just, they just don't care about pretty much everything. It's India, we're kind of, which is just kind of like, well, we're doing our best, but pretty much everything that's going to happen to you here is kind of going to suck, like, that's not an acceptable way to live, it really isn't. Um, so anyway, I get my naughty reading, and my naughty reading, pretty much, I would say half of it as I'm sitting there. There's a big altar next to you with all this, stuff about God on it, and they pray to it, and they do their puja to it, um, and they sit down, and then they sing, your each little part of the reading, and then the woman on the phone translates it to English that you can barely understand, and you're putting your ear up to it, and it's just a very difficult, patois of English, and it's just. But I could understand pretty much like half of the reading was how horrible my life has been up to this point, and how many people have backstabbed me, and they even use that word. Many people have backstabbed you, right? Yeah, yeah, yes. Many people are still currently backstabbing you. Yes, 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 that's true. And I put up a video today on Liberty Aid Academy, and I just, I have to. In that video, I explained, prices are going to have to go up for everything because, yeah, video, Dee Dee, that's good. You tried. Keep trying. Um, I put up in that video, I have to go back to school and get a law degree at my age, 63. I can't here just help people honestly, truthfully, and that's good enough to keep a roof over my head. I get paid, and so my family can eat. That is totally not good enough with 12 years of proof straight, of helping everyone that comes my way. Helping, you know, basically making miracles for every single individual that comes, miraculously making it so they never have to pay income taxes, right? Get out of reporting to the IRS and paying income taxes for the rest of their life. Uh, saving every single home from getting seized by foreclosure, every single one, more than a decade. Uh, here's free food. Here's an EBT card for everyone, $300 a month almost, for every one individual. Free phone service, free college, free graduate school, on and on and on and on and on with the miracles, uh, for thousands of people. Miracles for thousands of people for 12 years with proof straight. That's not good enough at all for me to get paid, because what has happened with a shocking amount of people that have come my way, that I have helped. I've only helped people. I've never hurt anyone. I've never made it so someone can't do what I say. No, they can do everything that I say. No, it happens for them. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. Yeah, no problem. And I help them. And like today's video I did for Liberty Aid Academy, it was about Peggy Schindler. And for how many years has she saved the condo that she's currently in from being seized by foreclosure? You know, she had Z and a bunch of evil people move in with her, and then completely backstabbed me to everyone, stole my trust, gave it away to people, sold it for money, uh, just writing into the school all the time here to Tammy, just talking about all this evil stuff about me. And then, emailing me again after I have told her for years, never ever email us. Stop doing it. What is wrong with you? You're in your home for free. What more do you want from me? And she's just constantly evil year after year. This has been going on for years. She has to be in her condo for more than 5 years. Uh, living there for free, save her house for free. Hey Mike, how you doing, man? Uh, and constantly talking to everyone about how horrible I am while living in her home for free. She just typifies so many people that have come my way that I've taken the time to teach, to help, to make it so they could have the miracles they need so that their life is great. Who saves your home from being seized by the government? I do. And then what happens to people? They constantly complain about me, and then just totally work with the devil, and then write me emails, and for a few years, oh, I apologize, I shouldn't have done that, while still doing it, and still giving away my copyrighted work, sending no one to the school, sending no one to help me, talking shit about me the whole way through, and working with the devil day after day after day after day after day after day, while still being in her home. I mean, this is so many people have done this exact same type of thing. So I'm starting a backstabber video series, not because I really want to. I'm going to law school, not because I really want to. This is exactly the human population only really works for the devil. Okay. The devil wants me to go to law school, wants me to stop helping people. You know what I mean? Make it so I have to charge more, make it so I can only help a smaller part of the population. But why does that happen? Why? What's wrong with the human population? I mean, I go throughout all of India to temple after temple, shrine after shrine, church after church, all these places, meet all these people and say, "Hey, oh, you're Hindu? Yes, I'm Hindu. You love Krishna? You're with Krishna? Yes, I'm with Krishna. Do you want to know what the word Krishna means? What? Do you want to know what the word Krishna means? No, 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 no. So you worship Krishna, yes. Uh, do you want to know what that word means? No, 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 no. Never. I mean, the people of this world do not want the truth, and that's just a simple, sad fact of the matter. Literally, no one in India wants the truth. No one I have met, they don't want the truth. They don't. They're just like, no. A couple cab drivers that are forced to be with me in the car. I'm like, blah blah blah. Tell them the truth. Oh, thank you. Wow. Oh, okay. Uh, but and then I say, oh, you understand? Yes. I say you worship Krishna, now you know what Krishna means. Yes. Oh, okay, okay. So if Krishna came here, right? What would you do? Like if Krishna walked right in front of you, and you're a Hindu, what would you do? And they would say, "Oh, I would fall at his feet." I was like, and so I would be like leaving the cab or whatever, and I'd be like, "Okay, well, no one has fallen at my feet in all of India, so the entire country, every single individual will be reincarnating. You too." You too. You didn't fall at my feet, so you're going to reincarnate. You have to reincarnate. So I go, happy reincarnation. They go, oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. What? Oh, what really? What's wrong with everyone? They're just defective. God made a bunch of defective humans. Just absolutely mind-boggling to me that the human condition, which is ubiquitous, is to say no to knowing. You don't want to know the truth and you don't want to act in the truth. What is wrong with really everyone? Everyone. What's wrong with them? And really, what's the point of me telling them the truth anymore? What's the point of me being on this channel with three people in here? What is the point of this? What is the point of God making an avatar come amongst the humans? They don't want the truth. Even if they hear the truth, a very small percentage will listen to the truth. Almost no one wants to hear it. And then out of that group, who actually changes their actions, right? Because everything karma based. In other words, the only way out of this situation is by your actions. It has nothing to do with anything but what you do, right? Oh, I heard the truth. Now I'm going to, what? Use that information to free yourself and then prove it to others. Oh, this is how you free yourself. You can help as many people as, want the truth. And then you get to the other side of the truth and you start asking around of who wants the truth. And it's like, oh, no, no one. The truth? You mean go to God and leave this prison? Oh my God, no. What? Why would I want to do that? All right, Mike. Hey, it's really India has been a revelation to me this time. For me, the second time I come over here in 2017, met with God, got given my position. Okay, you're Avatar now. You're Christ in a body. Okay, well, uh, thank you for setting me free, and then like get back in the body and go tell everyone. Oh, okay. Uh, which is like same as Jesus Christ. Okay, go tell someone and have the next individual treat you like shit. Basically want you dead. I wish you were dead. Like don't ever tell me anything. Get the fuck out of my cab. Everything everywhere I go. If I ever speak the truth to anyone in India, the first question they have for me is, when are you leaving? Every hotel, everywhere I go, every time, everywhere I step foot, the question back to me is always, when are you leaving? Could you get out of my town, my city? Could you get out of this street? Could you go back to the USA? No one here wants the truth. No one wants God. And there's a temple, a shrine, a church on every single block in every town, in every city, everywhere. And all they want is to just say, shut up and never speak the truth, and I mean not ever. That's India, you know? That's India. And it's also America, don't get me wrong. It's just that not on every single block everywhere is there a shrine to God, whether it be a small tiny little shrine, a beautiful tiny little shrine to God, or whether it be just a mega temple, that all of the things that God built, as altars, as passageways to get to God, reminders that God runs everything. In India, they're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere, 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 everywhere. And no one, I mean, in America, there is none of that stuff, right? And so some people, a very almost no one in the human population, but a very few do want the truth and do want to hear about God. Here, no one. No one wants the truth. No one wants to hear about God. And God is literally on every block, every street corner, everywhere. There's a shrine, and they never, 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 absolutely never want to hear about God. And I mean, not a word of it. Uh, Mike, God bless you, John McCaig, the true prophet of our age, right? I don't know why God makes a prophet. I have no idea, is what I've learned. I have absolutely no idea why God makes a prophet and sends him among a bunch of people that absolutely have no desire whatsoever for the truth or for God. They absolutely just don't want it. No one wants it. Of five people in here, you know what I'm saying? What? What? I'm here to save like 6, 8, 10 people. That's it. That's it. Of let's say the age starts at 64 years, right? And over that time, how many billion, million? Let's say they say there's. Let's just do the math by their math. Okay, there's 8 billion in the world. Let's just say something like that right now. Let's say we're going to get to the end of time. There's going to be more people, right, in 10 years. And let's say a whole bunch of people die. Let's just say roughly do the math, roughly say there are 10 billion people in bodies during the 64-year time loop, right? And let's just say out of the entire population, I mean the entire bunch of them, 10 people want the truth and change their actions and want to know about God and the actual reality. Let's say it's 10. So that's 1 in 1 billion people. 1 in 1 billion people want the truth. I mean, what is the point of this game? It's absurd. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's what is the point for me of being in a body? Why, God, did you send me back here among these people? What is the point? Are you kidding me? 10 billion? And 1 in 1 billion wants it. So how many everyone has to do? A billion time loops? You see what I'm saying? Like, if it's 1 in 1 billion goes every time loop, that means everyone does 1 billion time loops. I talk about a dense creature, the humans. You know what I'm saying? Almost impossible. Like, I should be speaking to the cows. I get as much traction if I was trying to speak to a fish. It don't make no sense. You see what I'm saying? Are you update on Danny? Yeah. I mean, Danny did it sign the trust. She never did it during the process of trying to save her home, and she didn't do it after. She just doesn't care to be signing a trust to God. She basically, kind of worships the devil and pretends to worship God. She doesn't listen to me like everyone. She doesn't listen to me. I told her to sign that trust. I told her why. I told her, every week for how long. What's the point of talking to humans? I don't get it. I don't see the point. How hard is it to print out a few pages of a trust and write a name in it and go get it notarized? How fucking long does that take? The humans. It's just a complete waste of my life, honestly. How many donations am I getting up in here to doing this? Jesus Christ Trust.net. And let me just say, no other human alive has exposed the human condition and every detail of it. Still, no one is talking about the time loop. And I mean, everywhere in this hotel I'm in called Leela is 8 times 8. Every temple I go to, 8 times 8, 8 times 8. Every church I go to, 8 times 8. The church I went to today, 8 times 8 on the door. Say alpha and omega, there's 8 of these and 8 of those. I mean, it's just everything, every building, God says it on every building that God makes. It's unbelievable. Does anyone care? No one cares. It's all of an entire country, India, that's supposed to be spiritual and everything. I am never coming back to this country. I will never do another pilgrimage to Bear Baba's tomb. And I mean, never, not ever. Who's worth me going there? I'm doing it this one time. My health has been stricken so horribly since I come here. I was in perfect health before I come. And, for years and years, never had any health problems. And just the parasites over here around you and everywhere and inside your digestive tract. It is just mind boggling the difficulty that I have to go through to be over here every day to help these almost nobody coming to God. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what I have to go through. 3 army, 3 armed guards, 3, like, dressed army men, either outside my door, right down the hallway. It started out outside my door. I started making fun of them. On my floor, they're not on any other floor, right? Bring their machine guns every day, round the clock, army guards here, round the clock on me every single day and night. It's unbelievable. They're so worried and concerned. I'm like, why are you worried and concerned? The Indian people just they want to stay asleep. All of them want to reincarnate. The entire country is going to reincarnate. No one's going to God. I don't see why, the devil's the least bit worried about them. The devil has every single one of them. No problem. What's the concern whatsoever? And in America too, almost pretty much like Danny, I'm sitting there face to face explaining everything. Nothing. I get nowhere with her. Nothing. Nowhere. Nowhere. Won't do what no one does what I say. And it's the simplest shit I say too. I'm like, do you want to save your home? Do you want to not have to move everything in your life gets stolen by the police? No? Oh, okay. I don't know what motivates people. I have no connection with any other humans. I really don't. I don't. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me what people do in their life. Not a single bit of sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. I have no connection with no one. Like, the truth is they abhor the truth. They just hate it, you know? Humans hate truth. Humans hate knowledge, and therefore humans hate God. That's all I've learned from humans, like coming to India. That's what my spiritual pilgrimage has taught me, that humans hate the truth, hate God, and they will stab me in the back at every opportunity if I ever speak of it. Everywhere I go, just try and destroy me and my life. In America, no one's tried to murder me here. They just keep me under armed guard, but they haven't tried to murder me here like they have tried to murder me in America. So at least I guess that's an improvement. Like, the conditions over in India try and kill you anyway. So it's like, let's see how long you can stay in India without dying. Like, it's not that long, let me tell you. The first week I was here, I really just wanted to leave. What am I doing here? A near death experience every day, 24/7. It's like unbelievable. The parasites here just rot you from the inside out. I walked to the beach from here, from the hotel, and it literally is just covered in human shit. Just fucking covered. I watched a dozen different people just shit on the beach. Literally. Just right in front of you, you're walking down the beach, they're just shitting on the beach. And what's the response? "Oh, India." "What?" "India, India." Yes, Didi, yes. Literally, everyone just shits on the beach here in Chennai. Beautiful beach, just a stunningly beautiful beach, beautiful sand, and, all they do is literally shit on the edge of the beach, just dig out a pile, shit it. And last time I come to Chennai 24 years ago, absolutely the same thing. Just shitting on the beach, just human shit covering the beach from the second you get on the sand to the water's edge. And then You could go for a mile and all you see is just human shit everywhere. And other animals, I suppose, too. There used to be, at least hundreds of horses on the beach. I don't see no horses here anymore shitting on the beach, but they used to be here in Chennai. They're not here no more. So it's just the humans. And oh, well, there's no bathrooms here. Well, what are you doing, people, for decade after decade after decade being here in India and accepting that you don't have bathrooms by the beach? So don't raise your voice on it or anything to the government. Don't do anything. The only gathering I saw on the beach was hundreds of people, lining up to vote. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, as Alan pointed out to me, he likes the Mark Twain quote, which I've heard myself and had forgotten. If voting were real, they wouldn't let you do it. I mean, can't you do anything? Can't you raise your voice? Can't you do anything to make the human condition change at all, anywhere? I'm staying in this fancy hotel near the beach. You can walk to the beach, it's a ways, but in a really nice neighborhood, you can walk around and everything, and all these amazing buildings and stuff. But if you were to walk the beach, it's like literally everyone's shitting on the beach. Like, what's wrong with you people? You just I mean, I say the parasites of my digestive tract is bad here to the point of death, and going to the beach and literally seeing everyone shitting into the sea, it's like, and that's just the way it is here in India. Yes, they do that in public duty. That's correct. That's yes, on the beach. Not a whole lot of tree cover on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yes, you just dig out a little pile, and then later, after you shit on the beach, you don't cover it. After you shit on the beach, you just leave it open, and then you just walk off, and that's it. Yes, that's the beach in Chennai. This is in a place where God has built really a whole bunch of cool buildings and a lot of trees and a lot of shade, and it's kind of an interesting place physically. So many temples and shrines and churches and all this other stuff, and it's just a horror, you know, how unbelievably poorly kept and treated like shit and trash fucking everywhere. Uh, no one cares at all about themselves or their neighbor or their life in any way, shape, or form. They just don't give a fuck about anybody or anything. Is what being in India tells you. They don't care about each other. They don't care about themselves. They don't care about God. That's all a big little pretense that they do. And if somebody shows up, explaining the truth, they absolutely say a straight, steadfast no. Do not speak of the truth to me. I don't want to hear it. Get away from me. No. you know, because Christian's supposed to be coming in a blue body or whatever. I was like, y'all are racist. Like everyone in India is racist. Somebody white comes with the truth, and you only care that he's a white skin. And you're like, shut the fuck up, because you have white skin. It's like, okay, y'all are evil. You know what I'm saying? And I mean to the core. How can you be around so many images of God, takes God's name in so many different forms, and pretend to pray to God and live your life from God and put your dot on your head for you want enlightenment, and somebody shows up giving it to you for free and you're absolutely irate at them? What the fuck is wrong with you? That's India. Mayor Baba has left the tomb. No, I mean, Mayor Baba visits the tomb, when somebody shows up worthy of God realization. It's just who's going, you know what I'm saying? Who has performed the actions to deserve God realization? I'm just one person so far in the history of that tomb in this time loop. One. and he showed up for me the second I touched that tube in 2017. The very second I touched that tube, there he is. So it's not like God is carrying on and doing what God said. Well, what are the humans doing? Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Zero. Nothing. Nothing. They're not doing anything. Nothing of anyone at any age in any country is doing nothing to be able to see God. They're not doing anything. What would help your brothers and sisters, right? They're slaves of the devil and the bakers. What are people doing to prove that you can be set free from that in God's name, in the name Jesus Christ? Is anyone doing anything to prove, oh, here's, I'm saving my proof, go to make a testimonial. Hey, Liberty Aid Academy really helped me. I want to let everybody know spontaneously. In other words, I didn't have to give them a discount or nothing. I needed this miracle, and I did this miracle. It saved me, it saved my life, it saved my family's life. Did you then spontaneously, with no discount, no getting no money, no nothing like that, did you make a testimonial? Who? Who did that? Like anyone? Did anyone do that? Did anyone do it without me asking over and over and over again and giving a discount and all this shit and asking over and over and over? Did anyone do a testimonial just spontaneously on their own with me asking not once? No, fuck is zero people. Zero people just did it spontaneously on their own. Of all the entire human population, all the miracles I performed for all the people, fucking zero people did that. Zero. Zero people did that. Fucking zero. Right? Well, I'm sorry. I might take that back. The Poe family did it. I think I said, could you do a testimonial? You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody has done it. Okay, but let's say so few people that it's just like almost no one. I'm getting tired of doing miracles. And let me just say, I'm never forgiving anyone for the rest of the time loop. Whatever you've done to me up to this moment, you will never be forgiven. I'm never forgiving anyone, not ever again. I've done it thousands and thousands and thousands of times, right? Okay, Private Wealth Academy stealing my copyrighted work out there. Let's say there are 3 or 4 people working there. So every year, say 3 times 365, I have to forgive them 1,000 times, right? Every day I have to forgive them that they're open, right? So that I can focus on my work. And let's say there's a dozen schools out there with 4 people, 3, 4 people in every school. I've forgiven people. That's not even Peggy Schindler and the rest of the individuals just out there talking shit about me after all the miracles I've helped them with. That's why I'm doing this backstabber testimonial uh, series. No one has any concept of the life I lived. You have no concept of what it takes to deliver the truth. And then what do I get? Backstabbed, and everyone's saying, man, just shut up about the truth. We don't want to hear it. No one wants to hear the truth. We are with the devil, and it's not our fault. We're under a spell. It's not our fault. Hey, don't talk about the truth. It's like, what no one qualifies to have a soul. You know, God has your soul because you don't qualify to have your soul. You're just an empty vessel down here being evil. Okay. And then you're complaining about your life? What? Why are you complaining? You deserve to go to hell. You're going to die soon in less than 10 years, and you're going to hell. The entire human population, pretty much, except for whom? The fallen angels, right? The fallen angels don't have to go to hell. They can go to heaven. They're forgiven, just straight up, because they're the ones who are your adversaries. And guess what? You're playing a game and all the humans are losing. And the fallen angels, they're all winning. They're all winning. They're all winning. And they're simply what? Being your adversary so that you have a game to play so you can win your soul back. So when they're not doing anything wrong, okay? They're under orders to be your adversary. They're so fucking easy to overcome. They're so easy to overcome. Oh my God. Overcome them all. I overcome them every single day. They are so easy to overcome. And you'll decide, nope, not going to do it. Unbelievable. All right, Jay. How you doing, Jay? Thanks for your support. Dee Dee, Mike, and Jay actually very supportive of what I do. Thank you very much. I only get by on donations. I exist on nothing else. And that's why I'm going to have to switch over to charging more at Liberty Aid Academy, doing less on this Jesus Christ Trust on that. As soon as I get back from India, I'm going to have to do way less on this spiritual work. No one's interested in God at all. Did Danny lose her home? Yeah, Danny lost her home for sure. She wouldn't sign the trust. She refused to sign the trust, so she lost her home. End of story. I told her over and over and over and over and over, sign the trust and gave it to her for free, and she wouldn't do it. Can't be helped. Humans can't be helped. They just refuse the truth. They have no interest in the truth, and that's the way it is. Right? They won't act. Their actions won't. She would rather lose her home than sign the trust. What am I supposed to do? How's that on me? You know, I'm just like, man, count the days. We're gonna watch everyone burn, right? Off you go to hell. Thank God you're going to hell. You earned it and 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 earned it all day long. All the human population, that's all they earn is hell. Thank God. And you know who does it? The fallen angels. They deserve to go to heaven. They do because they're being your adversary. They're not hard to overcome. They're fucking easy, and you won't listen. So the fallen angels, you get heaven. Yeah, you deserve it. Everyone else, go burn in hell. Yay! Bunch of idiots. Unbelievable. So fucking stupid. Humans, one thing they are is stupid. Just idiots. Black-hearted to the core. I don't understand them, right? The truth is there, and they don't want the truth. They just people that meet face to face. You want to know what Christian means? No, you're Hindu. I'm sitting in a temple to Krishna, and you say you were Krishna, and you don't want to know what the word Krishna means. No, 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 don't want to know. How's that on me? How's any of this on me, right? I'm here sitting, wasting my breath every day, easily trying to save everyone, and no one wants the truth. No one wants to be saved. They didn't want to save their home. No, Danny doesn't want her home saved and lost it. How stupid can a human be? They're all the same. I'm trying to help a guy at the auto parts store. Yeah, right. I'm sure it's not possible. 45 minutes of free dinner is down to today are from all the info in 5 minutes. If he still refuses, I walk. Right? No, they don't want it. They do not want it. They don't want it. They don't want it. They don't want it. They don't want it. They just want to burn in hell. That's the only thing that humans want to do is go to hell and serve the devil in the meantime and never hear the truth and never act on the truth. They don't want the truth. That is the human condition. We don't want the truth. We hate the truth. We hate God. That's everyone. That's everyone basically you'll ever meet in your entire lifetime. From the second your eyes open to the second they close, no one wants the truth. You'll never meet anyone that wants the truth. No way, no how, no way, no how. It's unbelievable. And she did testimonials. Was it true as she said? In court, the bank filed an insurance claim on the home. I don't know about that. I mean, they did a foreclosure on it. Uh, I said she had to sign the trust to save her home, and she wouldn't do it. I don't know what else to say, Dee Dee. You're bummed out I'm not there in India. Yeah. Yeah, this is the only time, no one can get to God realization except if I'm present bringing them to their mama's tomb. No one else will get to God realization. I'm doing one pilgrimage. This is it for the time loop. I'll never come back to India. I'll know it. Hey, I made it possible, right? So people could come. And the Poe family help financially everyone who wanted to come who signed up. It wasn't never about money. It was never about time. Anyone could have done it. There are no excuses whatsoever for anyone. You didn't come, and you're not getting God realization. That's it. That's the list, and it's never going to happen in this time loop. There's not going to be any other way to get it. And that's it. Done deal. End of story. I did my part. If you didn't do your part, that's all you. That's it. Need a buddy to ride with me on the plane, Jay, after. Yeah, yeah, no, 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 no. But you could have had money. The Poe family had money. It helped everyone. No, that wasn't it. You can't do it on your own. If I'm not here, you're not getting God realization. I'm never coming back. No, it's never going to happen. There's never going to be another pilgrimage. Can't get God realization while in the body. That is not going to happen. That's never going to happen. No, you had your opportunity. You refused. That's it. It's never going to happen. That was it. This is it. What are you talking about? Look what I went through to make this happen. And you think there's gonna be another time? Get real. No fucking way. No way. No how. No way. No. 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 You had concern there wasn't gonna be money. I couldn't do it. You didn't have enough faith in God, so your faith in God let you down, and that's all. That's all. That's it. That was all it took was faith in God. You didn't have it, and so that's it. That's all. You come judgment day, God will choose who's worthy, but having God realization before judgment day, that can't happen, basically, except for these people coming and have they performed enough actions so it's going to happen to them? Well, it's not going to happen to them at the tomb this time, but it could happen later in their life, right? Because no one coming has done enough actions to get God realization, obviously. No one's done enough. No one's done what I done or more than I done. So no fucking way. You don't have a passport. Yeah, you could have got one, could have gotten the money, it would have happened. Mike got a passport. Mike didn't have a passport. He was down to the wire, needed a visa, he made it happen. Uh, he got help to make it all happen. So, okay, yeah, it could have happened. So, this is the fifth time I've been in India, Jay. Fifth time. It happened first or the second. It happened to me the second time I come in 2017. First time I come it was in 2000. And so, basically it's almost impossible to get it the first time you come to India. So one person is good that I'm guiding this time is going to make it to the tomb twice in one trip, Alan. So maybe it'll happen for him. The first time he went to the tomb, he did have a vision of God. And I brought two people to the tomb so far. I didn't actually go with Alan because I was too sick to go when he got here. But I said I'm in India. I said go to the tomb, and he saw God. And then there was Casey, who I went with last time in 2019, and he met with God too. He elevated a plane and hit the bliss of God. So the two people that I brought to Mayor Baba's tomb while I was in India, I'm 2 out of 2. Batting 100%. So everyone that come under me had that experience. What happens is wherever you are, by your actions, by your work, by being on the spiritual path, God will give you what you're due when you get to Bear Baba's suit. If I'm in India also, then you will be elevated to the spot that you deserve. Like if it were Judgment Day, you know what I'm saying? That it happens to you that day at Bear Baba's suit. So it happened to me and it will happen to anyone that comes under my direction while I'm in India, right? Can't happen to anyone else. Nothing else is going to happen to anyone that comes to the tube. That's why everyone was so angry at me, the Baba lovers, right? And immediately ostracized me from both Baba centers and immediately told me not only do I have to keep silence, but I can never communicate with anyone at the Baba Center ever again. No communication with anyone going to the Baba Center and not ever, never communicate with anyone. And that's not, in other words, don't look at them, don't make a hand sign, don't communicate in any way, shape, or form, not by email, not by phone call. Don't do any communication if I'm at a Baba Center with another human. That was the edition of me being at the Mama Center last time I was at the Mama Center. That's what they came and told me what happened. That's how that's how much Bible lovers worship the devil. You see, they don't want anyone elevated to God realization. They absolutely are dedicated with every second and hour and minute of their life to having no one have God realization, including themselves. That is the focus of their life. 100%. Rebirth, yes, CD. So if I'm going to hell, does the testimony will help the bird? I didn't say you're going to hell. I didn't say that. I said that no one's going to get God realization in the body unless I'm in India while they touch of Bear Baba's too. But the judgment day, right? If you read Bear Baba, he said for most people, God realization happens after death, meaning you get to judgment day, right? And all your actions are added up, and God says, here you go into heaven, or you come all the way to me. So far, Dee Dee, you're doing enough, as far as anyone that I'm working with, you're closest to being a saint in a body. You just didn't do testimonial and you didn't come on a pilgrimage, both of which I told you to do. And so, like Danny didn't listen, you didn't listen either, but you're very close. So, yes, the testimony will help you. Every time you ask, I tell you the same thing, like I'm telling you right now. Yes, it would help. I mean, but you're not doing it. You haven't done it. So, it's by people's actions that they don't come to God. What can he do? The same answer every time. Never change my answers. I answer a question and then I never change my answer. So it's always the same answer. It's just when no one wants to hear it, no one wants to do it. Oh, okay. All right. So there's nothing I can do on my end. I just tell the truth and then people do it, they don't do it. There's nothing else that can happen. So you can get to judgment day. Oh, Dee Dee did her best. Here, come home to God. Right? Happens after death. Okay, you drop the body, judgment day is over. Hey, and God says, okay, you're done. You don't have to reincarnate. That's the way it happens for most people. Most people don't get, the ability to get it beforehand. They just don't, no one's able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Except for if I help them. If I come back in a body, which God sends me back, I try to help people. I try and, tell people, and then I help them. They either do it or they don't do it. I don't know. Just say you're going to hell, JD. I say you could easily at least go to heaven, and you could easily get to God realization on Judgment Day easily. Make a testimonial, help your brothers and sisters out. Tell them of all the fucking horrors you've been through, which are absurd and ridiculous, and have earned you a place. And all you got to do is quit only loving God and put up the testimonial and follow the second commandment because you love God so hard. You have such a long list. Your testimonial will be like unreal. You see what I'm saying? Would change so many hearts and lives out there, and then that would earn you your place to God. It's so simple for you to do. Nothing yet. So what can I say? I offered a friend a free place to stay indefinitely on God's land. I manage and trust. If they purchase the Liberty Aid Academy Trust, I'd sign a pact with Jesus Christ, and they ran away and chose rent. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. No one wants the truth. No one wants God. No one wants it. They just simply don't want it. It's like, is it what's the alternative if you really think about it, right? It's just, you try to help people, you try to give them the truth. So few people have the truth and are living the truth. And it's like, then you try to help somebody else. Hey, you can perform this miracle, your life will change forever. You never have to, get put into another body again. It's so easy, and it'll be free. And they're like, no, yeah, no, that's a perfect example, Mike. Perfect example. Perfect example. 2 months of lot rent was more than the trust package, right? I mean, can you even imagine, I mean, really, that's what I'm saying. This it's like the sign of humans should be say no to no, right? I don't wanna know. Say no to knowing. That's the humans. They don't wanna know the truth, they don't wanna act on the truth, and I mean, really, they just abhor the truth. You like to call it shade trading. That's a good one, Jay. I like that. Thank you. Shade trading. It is what that is the truth. It is. This is the pathway to being a saint. Who wants out of the body? Who wants to out of reincarnation? Who wants to get to God? There's only less than 10 years left. What's the purpose of life anyway? Nothing. So yeah, Dee, I was losing my head. Literally, I can't explain. Yes, yes, yes. So, same thing Peggy says. Uh, I get how people lose their minds now. Yep, yep, they lose their mind. That's right. You get to the mental plane right before getting to God, and you have to lose your mind. And what? Who gets your mind? God gets your mind. You have to lose your mind for God to take over your mind with the universal mind. That's true. Until you hear finally the peace of God enters, you know, you get to the devil before you get to God, right? That's the way it works here. I keep saying the same thing over and over and over. That's exactly it, TD, right. Mike, my friend actually purchased a rip-off trust company, thereby going straight to hell. They heard the truth. They're like, I prefer to go to hell. And so off to hell they would go, right? It's amazing. The devil is always there waiting for to take souls to hell first. And everyone, almost everyone chooses the devil and they go to hell. I mean, almost everyone really chooses the devil. They do. I'm the first person alive, right? The first, the one, the only that has God realization. No one else has it. Literally no one. No one alive. So yeah, they have every single human alive has chosen the devil up to this point. Has chosen everyone, everyone alive. Yes, you showed me proof of that, Didi. Yeah, no, Mike, it is sad. It's a sad situation, you know? I couldn't be happier that I'm leaving forever in less than 10 years. Someone else, God can send someone else to be God in a body. Go right ahead. Give someone else an opportunity to win this game. I mean, is it 10 in a billion? You know what I'm saying? Or is it one? Is it only one who gets God realization? And the rest get it after death, meaning in another lifetime, playing the role John McCaig is it only possible to get God realization if you're physically in the body called John McCaig? Is that the only ones that can ever get God realization when a soul plays the Mickey Mouse character, John McCaig? Is that the only possible way to get God realization in every time loop? So it's 10 billion lifetimes for everyone? I'm hoping it's only 1 billion lifetimes for everyone, but so far, I see no proof. You're working to pull your docs with a laptop burned in the fire, all my pictures. Yeah, I know, I understand completely. You can't just get on a video to speak it. Anything that comes into your mind, anything would help anyone. You wanna have documents and you got all your excuses. I got it. Yep. Whatever. Uh The land I manage for God is available to anyone who trusts with Jesus Christ. That's so sweet, Mike. I mean, you know what I mean? This guy, he's looking pretty good to get there. I like him, Mike. You got the heart for this. You really come to God in a short period of time. Uh, you do pretty good, man. The only thing that made the fire was my trust documents, right? I hear you, Dee Dee. It's amazing, isn't it? Jason. Mike, I actually argued the fact to get them free place to stay, and they ran. Of course, right? No, no. Say no to knowing. Jay, Satan Training, Jack, the ultimate coach. Send me a coach. I'm ready to play, right? I know. Devil spelled backwards is lived. That's true, man. That's true, right? Uh, I spoke to the we were sitting had to sit at this table for dinner the other night, and, these 2 like, there was a seat empty next to me, and then there's this other guy, and then he's talking to this they're talking Chinese to each other, and I'm just sitting there talking with Alan about, China's supposed to send everything to America, and there are all these Chinese people in the room, and literally, there's not a single example of any Chinese anyone no Chinese speak to anyone American. No Americans speak to anyone Chinese. It never happens, you know what I'm saying? And then, there's a space and a chair next to me, but then opposite this empty chair next to me is this dude just sitting there, and once in a while, he brings the woman next to him some food or something like that, and I was like I look at him finally, he looked at me, I was like, what are you, a guide for them coming over here? What's your deal? What are your guide?" I said he said, "Oh, that's my wife." I was like, "Oh, a guide, uh, same thing," I said to him, he laughs. I was like, yeah, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm a guy for him, and some other people coming over here. They wanna see God," and he goes, "Oh, I don't believe in God." You're like, "You don't believe in God? Where did you come from?" He said, "From my father." He didn't say from his mother. He said, "From my father." I was like, "What did you just say?" I say, "It's the first Indian atheist," you know? I was like, I just started laughing at him. I was like, "Look at this, an Indian atheist." I was like, "Who do you think people make silicone chips in your freaking phone that you're on there?" He's like, "I'm just here to live my life." He's just living. He's just lived, right? Devil backwards, just lived. I'm just living my life. I'm like, no, you're not. You don't have no thoughts in your own. You can't create a thought right now. You're not living your life. Who's sending your thoughts? The devil's sending your thoughts. You're not living your life. You're not even capable of free will or thinking anything. You can't think anything. You're certainly not a human, and you don't have a soul. This is at a busy table here in the buffet, giant buffet room. I'm like telling this guy in India that he has no soul and he's not even a human, and he's just like, whatever. They don't care. They just don't care. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that's cool. Just just the human condition is just a waste of living. Like, I would gladly do several testimonials for free, John. Does my trust bank account count as? Of course it does. Anything does. My God, of course it does. I plug Liberty Aid Academy and show proof opening and trusting out. Fantastic. Like some car school, yes. But words are not proof. You speaking as a human is proof enough to people. It's something that a human besides myself is speaking. Yeah. Some proof is better than no proof whatsoever. If you want me to just speak, then that's easy. Yeah, that would be something instead of nothing. See the difference? My God. Jay, his father, their father, aka, yeah. No, except for that's not the way he said it or meant it. But yes, he could have meant it that way. That's true, Jay, but he did it. I was like, so there's no God. He's like, no, there's no God. I was like, because I checked. I checked. Oh, your father? You mean my father? You mean God? He's like, no. So what? Your father took a shit and you came out like you didn't come from your mother? What the fuck? What are you talking about, dude? Just, you know, an Indian atheist with an illogical Indian atheist. Oh, okay. My dad took a shit on the beach in Chennai, and that's how I became a baby. Oh, well, that's quite a story you have there, sir. Okay. Unbelievable. What do you say to that? You can help with the diesel engine or bus. Oh, that's cool. Oh, he's in Florida, so I don't see how. DD, I'll do my best. I provide the proof I have, great. I'll notarize the paperwork tomorrow and be done. I've heard that before, Didi, but that would be great. Funny, I worked on a team of the guy who won the 24 hours of Le Mans in 1979, Whittington. Nice. Nice guy. Unknown to me, he was biggest marijuana smuggler in the USA. That's awesome. Uh, that's funny, huh? That's pretty good. So, I mean, what else have I got notes on here? Oh, I'm surviving on donations. I've gotten 2. Uh, Mike gave me a donation. That's true. I got 3 donations since I was in India. 2 of them significant from the Poe family. And Mike, yours helped too. So thank you to the Poe family. I would consider a great testimonial a donation too, but anyway, just made it back to Florida. Nice. Nice. More since no more Cincinnati. That must have been rough, dude. Cincinnati. Oh my God. In the winter, Ohio in the winter. Boy, you really are a sweet guy helping people doing construction in Cincinnati. Oh, in the winter. Oh. So I don't know, still living the backstab life. That's my thing. Help people, right? What's the saying? No good deed goes unpunished. I'm a living proof of that. Uh, Man, my wife is just like, "Won't you please retire from doing this?" I'm like, "If I could feed myself, I certainly would. I just cannot handle people, but no, God makes it so I don't have enough, and so no, I got to keep doing it. Sorry, babe." I'm like, I can't. I wish, but no. The chef is here is like it makes us our meals now, asks us what we want and stuff like that. Uh 'Cause we were like went to the concierge and said, "All the food is amazingly beautiful, the service is great, but why does all the food taste bad?" You know what I'm saying? You can't make any food that tastes good? Like, it all has to be, like, flavorless, just poorly flavor everything, and we went to the concierge. We need the COO's email, because we wanna help them. Obviously, the staff doesn't eat the food here, and even if the concierge is laughing, uh I'm like, "Can I get the email for the CEO and the COO of your hotel chain, please? Because, you know, I would think you would want more guests, if the food had flavor that you could eat it in your buffet, because it's like a giant, buffet with all these beautiful looking foods, like a Las Vegas buffet. But in Las Vegas, the buffets taste good, and here they just, like, don't. Nothing on the buffet tastes good. It just tastes freaking weird, you know? It looks amazing, it tastes weird. And so they brought the chef out and stuff and like, why are you saying this, sir? Well, because this young guy got yelled at us, for having bad food right in front of us. So now karmically, that's on my shoulders. I got to watch this young guy who's sweet to everyone, right? He's not making the food. What can he do about it, right? He can't do nothing about it. So now, uh, otherwise, I have to take action. Nobody else in India will, right? Y'all just do whatever. Go shit on the beach. You don't care. You just throw your trash on the ground, live the shittiest life you could possibly live. But me, I'm not gonna have my karma messed up because something happened in front of me. I'm gonna do something about it. I'm not like you. And they're like, and so, you know, now the chef makes us every meal. It comes to our table every time we eat to make sure, we're satisfied with our meal, which is the opposite of what I asked for. I was like, I'm trying to help other people coming to your buffet. I'm not trying to help myself to better food. Yeah, I can't even help people. It's just impossible. It's fucking impossible. I'm not trying to help myself. I'm trying to help other people, and I can't do it. Ah, Mike, very rough the day I left Ohio. It was sunny, and then 30 minutes into my trip, snow and ice storm made me pull over. Well, I'm glad he made it to Florida, man. As it's always sunny in Florida, or it's always going to be sunny soon in Florida. I'm glad you made it back. Devils try to delay my travels, right? Always trying to take up time and waste time. That's the devil. Didi, that's strange. Gates and Dell used India engineers during the international highway area of the millennium, and they can't cook. Uh, well, they're just choosing not to even taste the food, as far as I could tell. You know, if you go to one Leela's a chain, so they kind of make the same dishes at each place, and the food it just tastes weird. You know, like the pizza has like literally like crispy thin, not like thin crust like pizza, you know what I mean? But more like crispy, what do I say? It's not even, oh my God, I can't really compare it to anything. It's not like crispy, nacho or something like that because it's not corn or anything, but it's like wheat. It's like if, you had a thin piece of wheat, it was dried like, a cracker with no flavor, like white wheat as the crust, and then put like a sweet, uh, uh, like pizza sauce on it, and then put just a little bit of cheese on it. So too much sweet tomato sauce on a just an absolutely crisp, not anything like a pizza crust, and then a tiny bit of cheese. It's like, dude. And I was like, their salad is just giant, at their salad bar or whatever, it's just these giant pieces of lettuce and a few horrible salad dressings. It's like, what? You know? And the chef is like, why don't you just put out, a Caesar salad already made? Why don't you do that? You have like the table is made to keep things cool. He's like, oh well, it would go bad. I was like, no, it wouldn't. The thing in your breakfast, which is perfect, is orange juice. You have fresh squeezed orange juice, and a container of orange juice, the whole thing empties every 10 minutes, and you have to refill it every 10 minutes. If you made a great Caesar salad and put it out, it wouldn't go bad. People would empty it every 5, 10 minutes, so you'd have to fill it up again. What do you say? The orange juice proves my point. What are you talking about? No, that wouldn't happen. I was like, as same with your, you had nacho chips out, right? And you had guacamole, which wasn't even guacamole. What was that stuff? You could put out real guacamole. He said, "Well, would go bad." I was like, "Not if it tasted good." The orange juice proves that. Why don't you put out good? He's like, "Oh, so they put out bad food on purpose for reasons that make no sense." I'm like, why are you doing that? So he didn't take my suggestions. His only suggestion is he keeps making us great food so we won't write the COO so we won't lose his job. It's like, why the fuck am I in India? What am I doing here? It's just pathetic, pathetic. Jay, thanks for the donation. Then I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Didi, you need to send them some homemade Mexican food recipe. They knew if you did, they would be like, "Oh, that would go bad." It was like, no, what is the only thing that would taste good are your whole buffet? It would be like, "Oh my god, this tastes good. I'm gonna go back and get all of it and be empty." No, it wouldn't do they wouldn't use it because it's like, well, that would might go bad. It's like, well, all your food is going bad because no one wants to eat none of it. Seriously, Didi, it's ridiculous. Like, they don't have anyone that's ever eaten actual Mexican food, nowhere, in Texas or Arizona or New Mexico or Southern California or in Mexico, right? They don't have anyone that's ever been there and tasted, actual Mexican food made by actual Mexican people, right? Or Mexican American. No one's done it. So their stuff is just tastes totally weird. It's just ridiculous. All their food is just weird. Uh Mike, we should talk. Great. Uh why is the Indian food like, right? No, the Indian food too is like, they it's it looks the food looks they're great at making the food look beautiful. Like, they are so good at that, and they just don't care what it tastes like to make it look good. It's just like, "What? You're doing that on purpose?" They're like, "What?" We're eating the fucking food, we don't care what it looks like, okay? We want it to taste good, we're eating the food, you see? We're eating it, so we care what it tastes like, we're not just taking pictures of it. You, the chefs, are out there they're literally taking pictures of themselves in front of the food. It's like, you're not eating it, you're taking pictures of yourself, and so you don't care what it tastes, and yet all these people in here, they're eating it. What are you doing? What are you doing? I had to go to the concierge and get a head chef. I'm like, "What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why are you doing this?" And they're like, "Well, let us make you something." And they're like and so the next day after saying this, and like the whole staff is briefed, like, look out for the two white dudes, you know? We get special seating and what can we get for you, you know? But does the food on the buffet change the only thing we asked for? No. The food's still inedible. Fine, make us some food. Make us a Caesar salad, fine. And they make a perfect Caesar salad, by the way. I'm like, and so you won't put this on the buffet. Ah! You can never get through to Indian people, never. You can never they abhor the truth. They do not want it. They don't wanna listen to the truth. They would rather make you special food and serve you all day long and say, "Please never speak the truth ever to anyone. Please stop doing it. We would prefer to treat you like a king and make you exactly what you want. Don't ever speak the truth, though." And everyone that comes to our table to help us ever asks us the same question. When are you leaving? You know what? Fuck you. What is wrong with you people? It's a hotel. You want us to come. So make good food and you don't ask us when you're leaving every second you see us. My God. When you were engineer at the hotel, Jack Chief was great, and he made perfect cream of sausage ice. Then I said one day, "It did not taste as good." He said, "Yes, uh, they won't let him make it anymore, and it's come from a can." Exactly. This whole place, man. It's like, well, it looks good, so hey, no, we're cool. They put sugar in the sauce. No, it's a sweet pizza sauce. It's like and weirdly spiced. It's like, what the what it looked super good. It looked like it was gonna be good. And even though the pizza has those issues, the pizza is still the best thing on the buffet line. Still the best. It's like, oh. Ah, Jay, I worked in the commercial kitchen repair in DC, worked in the CIA Capitol and the White House, right? What a mess, I'm sure. They learn quick you can never go to a chain restaurant, right? Look at the two whites. No, dude. It was like, and that's what I said. Everybody that came to the table, I was like, oh, okay. Nice service today. I said, you've been briefed on the two white guys. They'd be like, give us a stupid smile look. I'm like, yeah, you had the white guy briefing. I see that. Uh-huh. BF Small Hotel, the devil with 20,000 slaves. That's funny. Oh my God, it's just unbelievable here. It really is. It's like I'm in India, help the people that coming on pilgrimage. 6 of them, okay, have to wait another week, okay. Oh my god. It's just a horror here. It's so bad. Every single day, guts turning themselves inside out, looking at food that, it's like being in hell. There's the food. It looks like it's going to taste good. And then after you eat it, like it tastes like shit. And then it's going to rot your insides. It's like, how can hell be worse than this? Didn't you say the samadhi food was good? It's good. Yeah, at the Baba Center, the food is good. I thought it was good. Definitely. The chai is the best. I'm not having caffeine now, but yeah, the chai is fantastic and the food is good. Yes. Where Baba stopped speaking because the food is I'm telling you. I'm telling you. He quit eating too for most of his life. He quit eating. I understand that. I can barely eat in India sometimes. I'm like, I'm down. The other day I got on they have a I don't have a scale at my home, but they have one in the bathroom here. I'm down to 178 pounds. It's like before I started going to India, I was like, oh, I'm gonna give up marijuana. I'm gonna, do a fast. I'm gonna, keep my mind clear. I'm gonna be able to guide everyone, do as much as I can for everyone in India. I'll quit smoking weed. Yes, it helps my digestion, but I'll quit smoking weed. And I was 193 pounds then. I'm down to 178 now and losing, you know, keep on losing a pound every couple days or whatever, it's like uh wasting away here in India. Oh my god, it's just unbelievable. It's just oh, and they're the people just shitting on the beach, just like, fuck, what what is going on in India? What is with it? And the answer is, oh, it's India. It's like, yes, everyone is reincarnating, everyone's going to hell, and the God is on every street corner. God's like, "Hey, God is here," and everyone's praying to God, and everyone's buying flowers to God, and everyone's lighting incense to God, and then the second they stop that, they go to the most horrible shit. It's unbelievable. It's beyond imagination what they do all day. It really is. It really is. They would never, mention the truth, to abhor the truth, don't wanna, have the government be anything but fake and ruining their lives and all this stuff. It just would never rock the boat in any way, shape, or form to make life better for themselves or anyone. Unbelievable. Oh my god. Yeah, Dee Dee, it's just it's I can't you have to, it's like, yeah, come witness India. It's like, because you can't I can't, there's no way that me saying this, because there's every not are they just shitting on the beach, okay? That the whole beach is lined with boats, fishing boats and fishing nets. And there are the fishing boats right out there in the water. Everyone's shitting on the beach, everyone fishing for the fish, and everyone then going and lying the fish literally in the nets on the street, lying the fish literally straight on the street, and then selling the fish on the street from the blacktop after shitting into the water where you're fishing for and I mean, the boats are not far offshore at all, so they're just shitting on the beach. The fish are eating the human shit, and then they put the fish on the blacktop and sell the fish. To say the place stinks is, putting it mildly. They're over in the fisherman village, and they're just where they gathered at the voting tent. It's like, how is this not hell? How? And it went by the temple, went in there, prayed, went into the temple. Who's in there? The one guy running the place. Nobody else is in there. They're all shitting on the beach, fishing for fish, uh, gathered in small groups, gambling on the pavement or selling fish, you know, or voting. Oh, there's a pile of them over there voting on the beach in these tents set up by the government. Vote, vote for a change. Shit on the beach for a change. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? This is a walk we took from the hotel we're staying at. Hey, we're gonna walk to the beach. They're like, okay, very good. Have a good time, sir. It's like none of you all could have mentioned that this is what we're gonna see on the beach here. You wanted us to go see, like, this is cool with you. I came back and yelled at basically everyone from the driveway start to into the concierge. I went up and yelled at the fucking army dudes and with machine guns on my hull. I was like, you fucking cowards. You haven't changed anything up here. They're shitting on the beach. There's no bathroom for the poor people. You can't blame the poor people. They're shitting on the beach. They don't have bathrooms. I'm just yelling at everyone in the whole hotel the whole way, including the army men. I was like, what is wrong with you all? Couldn't handle it. Just couldn't handle it. Oh my god. Some of the photos of the power. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna need to see the proof. I'm not taking no photo. I'm never going back there. Uh, and I didn't bring my phone. Alan brings his phone. He never takes a single photo anywhere we go. But no, 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 no. I'm never. I won't be going back to that beach. Sorry. No way. Yeah. No. You cannot explain it. It's like, the whole place is just accepting of the most horrible conditions that could possibly happen and then acting them out. It's like, okay. So the giant, chain hotels that can't even be on the beach, they're like, on a lagoon and looking at the beach in the distance, you know what I mean? Because don't go down to that beach. You don't want to be down there. Well, how about you giant hotel chains get together and like, build some bathrooms down there for the poor people? Why don't you do that? There's plenty of room down there to do that. They're not going to complain. My God, no, no, it's India. It's India. It is like everything from the most poor person to the most rich person, all of them, just everywhere in between, accepting the whole situation. And so that's why that's your situation. Who's the only one complaining? Me, the white dude from America. Is like, what is wrong with you people? They're like, oh, well, you're all reincarnating. I tell everyone, you're all reincarnating. All of you are reincarnating. Like, and I say, happy reincarnation. They're like, thank you, sir. Thank you. Happy reincarnated. Thank you very much. It's like, I am cursing you, and you're like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Telling you why. Oh, thank you. Thank you. What is wrong with you? I don't get it. Uh, saw something like that in Peru. I hear you, Jay. A plot parade on the sidewalk. Oh yeah, no, there's plenty of shits on the sidewalk. I wasn't even talking about the fucking sidewalk. The sidewalk. Yeah, yeah. Of course, the sidewalks. But why do you have to shit at the edge of the beach and sit there and shit on the edge of the beach? My God, you could just go up and shit on the sidewalk like everybody else. But you got to shit on the edge of the beach, right on the water's edge, and the whole way, all the rest of the sea. You can't just shit where everybody else shits, which is everywhere. Like, come on. You told my mom I could make the town I live in better. Each park would have a different fruit, and it would all be free, right? She thought it was crazy, right? And a bathroom and some fruit. Hey, you know, yeah, dude. Yeah, this place you can't even. Well, so many people are super poor here. Where are they supposed to go to the bathroom? You know what I'm saying? What are they supposed to do? There's so many people basically There are so many poor people that don't even have a vehicle of any sort that walk everywhere, don't even have shoes, like, no shoes, no flip-flops, no nothing, don't even have, something on their feet for, like, their life. Uh, the next rung up are, like, people in, little, living basically in their drive people around in their, like, three-wheeler, and so they're basically sleeping and living in that, and so, so many people live not in homes and on the street here, it's like most people, and then the, rest of the people live in just complete squalor. Most everyone else lives in just horrible, like tiny small lanes and these, one room places. Uh, with the only furniture they'll have is a plastic chair or a couple plastic chairs, like the hard, rigid kind that don't fold up or nothing. Like that's the main furniture that everyone has in their, you know, 1 or 2 room home, you know, is plastic chairs. And then even if you come up to having a couple rooms of a home, still you have plastic chairs. Only when you really come up in wealth do you actually have furniture, you know? Uh, most people in like sit on